International human rights lawyer. Thanks very much indeed for being with us, Toby. So what does this ruling actually mean if Israel doesn't recognise the jurisdiction of the ICC?
Well, actually, it's hugely significant. It's a very important decision. So if we go back, the prosecutor, having drawn the conclusion that there is a reasonable basis to conclude war crimes and crimes against humanity have been committed, sought a ruling from the court as to whether she could open an investigation. And the court today, by a majority, decided that Palestine is a state party and that there is jurisdiction to investigate within the territories that have been occupied by Israel since 1967, meaning Gaza, the West Bank, including East Jerusalem. And so the fact that Israel is not a state party makes very little difference, because the crimes alleged were committed on Palestinian territory. So the ICC has jurisdiction over that, whether crimes were committed by Israeli or Palestinian or any other nationality. It has jurisdiction now, and the prosecutor will proceed with those investigations.
And who or what are they going to investigate?
Well, the prosecutor has already indicated a number of matters that will be investigated by her office. In the 2019 statement, she had referred to attacks in Gaza, reference to settlements in West Bank and East Jerusalem. So all of these matters, if there is a reasonable basis and an evidential basis to proceed, she will be able to bring charges against individuals. And again, it could be Palestinian groups and it could be against Israeli officials. It's likely to be a long process going forward, but it's a very, very important first step. And so the likelihood now in charges being brought in relation to crimes as a result of the settlements and the attack in Gaza is likely to be going forward. So it is hugely significant.
So what do you think will happen next? And are there likely to be charges soon?
Well, I think it's unrealistic to expect there to be charges imminently. The one thing that we have to also recognize is that the current prosecutor is stepping down. A new prosecutor will be hopefully appointed on Monday, and that new prosecutor will come in and effectively take this over. But I think that what we're likely to see now are investigations moving forward, and certainly within we would hope, a reasonable period of time, because the Office of the Prosecutor has been looking at these matters for several years already. So we would hope that charges could be brought relatively soon, because as we see, crimes are being committed on a daily basis by Israeli authorities in the occupied territories. And so we're hopeful that it will bring an end to the continued unlawful occupation and crimes that constitute war crimes, crimes against humanity being committed against the Palestinian people. So I think that is important.
OK, Toby, Cadman, thanks very much indeed for giving us your thoughts today.